In this video, I will go through a couple of features that we have in QBox. One of them is the Quick Analysis feature, and one of them is our new Suggest feature. So Quick Analysis enables you to make changes to your model from within QBox, and it will quickly assess the potential for improvement or regression before you actually push those changes through to your NLP model. And it's a really helpful way of evaluating possible additional utterances or fixes. So I've got my banking bot model here, and in particular the contact intent, and I've got a problem with this question here. I want your telephone number. So I would like to do an experiment to see, by adding a couple more phrases, whether it would help the model at all. So I would add the questions in here. So the ones I've thought about is give me your telephone number. And I will add one more. Can I have your telephone number, and add that one too. So as well as adding new questions, I can go to my existing training data and I can either amend, update those questions, or I could delete them. And you would do this by clicking on the three buttons here, and you can either edit or exclude. And then once I'm happy with my additions, I will click on Update Analysis, and this will run a quick test, and it will give me some potential impacts on my existing scores. So this will just take a couple of minutes to run. And I can see here, so my existing scores, I can just about see here, and we can see we've got a potential improvement on correctness by between 3 and 5%. And we've got a potential increase in confidence by between 8 and 10%. And clarity, this was already at 99% anyway, so we could have a possible increase up to the maximum of 100%. So if I was happy with those changes, I can then go to my model and make those changes and run the full test on QBox. If I wanted to add some more questions, say these questions didn't help, I can then add some more questions here. So my original question, I want your telephone number, we can now see that it is now correct, and it's 96% confident and 90% clarity. So we've got some good improvements on this question by adding these two questions here. So you can easily see what impact by making my additions will have on your model. Now let's look at the new Suggest feature. So you'd still go into the experiment area, and you would click on Suggest. So by using this feature, QBox can help you to improve this intent. So I'm still looking at my contact intent, and I've got a few problems with. It will consider the intent's existing training data and will generate additional utterances using the latest advances in synthetic data and NLG technologies. So all you'd need to do is click on Load Suggestions, and it's now generating some additional training data that you could use. So it's come up with some suggestions, and for my question, I want your telephone number, it's given me a couple more examples, and I can pick and choose ones if I think they might be good. So I could click on I need your telephone number, and perhaps give me your telephone number, please. And then once I've selected those, I can add them to Quick Analysis, and then I can do my Quick Analysis to see if those questions would help me. If I'm not happy with those, I can then load some more suggestions. By ticking these, it means I've kept these in my list, and I can still load some more, so we can see here that it's kept those. If I wasn't happy with those, then I would just untick them. And then I would see if there's any more suggestions to do with telephone number, and it has. I could tick that one as well. If you're feeling adventurous, you could have more varied results, but it says here this could return some unexpected results here, so you can play around with that. Anyway, I'm happy with these questions here that I'd like to add, so I would add them to select to my Quick Analysis. and then go into Quick Analysis, and we can see that they've been added here, and then I can click on Update Analysis to do a test to see how well those questions perform.